Welcome back to Sacadas Solitas podcast. This is episode 31.
31.
Yup. What the heck?
How exciting.
Yup. It's like, part of me is like, damn, when did that happen? And then the other part of me is like, yeah, man, we've been working hard on it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Dude, literally 31.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even make it past like 10 or like
Yeah.
16 the most. 30? That's crazy.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Also, a lot of times I go rewatch some of our old like favorite the podcasts that we listen to, and I watch their episode 30 and their episode 31, and it's crazy that we're there now, you know?
Yeah, it's like that little milestone and everybody celebrates it. I'm like, we get to celebrate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So real quick, let me just do the intro real quick.
Yeah.
So my name is Danny, also known as Brujo, and I'm here with my co-host.
Erica Tinez.
And our other co-host, Afiliado, he's still a little sick, so we're waiting for him to get a little better, but hopefully he'll be back with us next episode.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, but yeah, man, damn, it's crazy though. I'm at episode 31.
31.
I was watching Brown Bags episode 30 and 31 and like 29, like those episodes, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy to see when they were still there, because I think during those episodes, they were in the blue background.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, for people that watch it, it's like, damn, the blue background was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm, the OG watchers.
Yeah, I think it said on you when I watched it recently, it said 3 years ago, I think.
Dang.
So yeah, so probably about 2022-ish, 2021.
Yeah.
They had that blue background.
Time freaking flies, dude.
Yeah.
When you're working every day.
Yes. Speaking of working every day, so yeah, so we're gonna get to that one in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a little on a sad note. Mm-hmm. So yesterday we went to the San Jose Flea Market.
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah, it was, dude. So first of all, shout out San Jose. You know what's funny? We always get viewers and followers from San Jose. So I definitely want to shout out San Jose because we get a lot of love out there. I know we're always shouting out, usually LA because that's where we're at and stuff. But definitely we know. But definitely we do have a lot of viewers from San Jose. So we definitely love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Shout out San Jose. For those of you that have been following for a while, you guys know that the artist that did my head tattoo, he's actually from San Jose.
Yeah.
So shout out San Jose. Anybody who's watching us from there and listening to us from there, we love you guys and we appreciate you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
But yeah, man, the flea market over there is always so much fun. Right?
Yeah,
It's always so much
dude.
fun.
As soon as we got there, we started eating.
Yeah.
I'm always going to talk about the food.
Yeah. So the first thing we did was me. I used the bathroom, and then we all ate. Mm-hmm. And then I actually bought these shades there yesterday too.
Yeah.
I bought like a few because they had pretty good deals, like 2 for $20 or 2 for $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I got a few pairs for the podcast.
No, yeah, it was a long time. We've been planning it, huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got to go this weekend. Oh, no, something came up. Oh, we got to go next weekend. And then we record the podcast during the weekends. So finally we had some time and we all went, all of us. So it was super fun. But as soon as we got there, I was like, you could smell the food.
Oh, heck yeah. And the thing about over there, too, is that you have to get your food early because later in the day it gets packed.
Super packed.
Like, you're going to be standing in line for a while to get some tacos.
Yeah. And, dude, the tacos that I got, so everybody that we were with got the quesadillas, and then you got the...
I got the
Quesadilla.
De pastor.
Uh-huh. And then I got the regular tacos, and they came con tortillas hechas a mano.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It was so good. Mm-hmm. So, me, I had to get the regular quesadilla because the quesadillas are beef, and I can't have beef. And then also, every other thing on their menu was beef.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't beef was the pastor. So I got, but I love al pastor though. So I got al pastor, quesadilla de pastor.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Last time we were out there, I remember the quesadilla being a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was actually going to get 2, but I was like, you know what? I don't want the chore to hit me while I'm out here. So I just got 1, and it was actually pretty big, man.
Yeah,
like,
it was huge.
Pause. But it was pretty good. And I was pretty much full all the rest of the day there. The whole drive back, and even when we got back here, I was still full from that.
Yeah, all of us were, because I drove there and back. Hey, shout out me.
Yeah, shout out her.
So, usually we're like, oh, let's stop by and get some Carl's Jr. or like something on the way home. And no, we all made it back, and we were like, no, we're cool.
Yeah, we're all hella sleepy too. I thought we got back. Hella sleepy. But real quick, I just want to take this shot, man. So this shot goes for San Jose. San Jose and the San Jose Flea Market. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Just because just because I know we have a lot of viewers from out there.
Yeah. I could switch it. So yeah, as soon as we got back, dude, I started watching TV just to knock out, and I've been so stuck on this Netflix show.
Yeah.
Super cute. If you guys watch it, shout out you guys because you guys are, como se dice, hopeless romantics.
Oh yeah.
So I've been watching Love on the Spectrum.
Oh,
a little just to sum it up, what it is. They're currently on season 3, and it's basically adults that are on the spectrum. Different, obviously everybody knows that autism comes in different forms and different types of autism. And it's a huge, difference. Individually, everything's like unique as a person.
Yeah.
So this show is based off of them going on like speed dating with other people that have or don't have autism. And the way that they view people in the world just makes you like, dude, I'm looking at the wrong red flags. I'm looking at the wrong people. And it's so innocent and so like, it's like a breath of fresh air. Yeah. That's dating. Like, if you want to know, if you're like, obviously we don't have autism, but we are, or at least I am in the dating scene. It's like they put me on to what I should look for in a partner.
Yeah.
And what boundaries to set. And it's like, this is coming from somebody that's on the spectrum. So it's like, dude, they see the world so different than what I do.
Yeah.
So,
no, real quick, sorry to interrupt, but like for people that don't know what the spectrum is right now that you're saying it, can you explain to them what that means and what that has to do with like with the?
So the spectrum is basically like levels of autism. So there's some that are like some people that are mute, that don't talk, that are are just silent and mute. They understand everything. They just don't feel comfortable. There's some people that are super scared of like loud noises, being social and being in big groups. There's some people that, they have a lot of triggers when it comes on to like lights or sounds. It's like I can't really go into detail because I haven't done full on research, but I know that there's different levels. So spectrum means like levels.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, when we say what she says right now, people that are on the spectrum, she's talking about the spectrum that has to do with autism.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why that's connected to the show.
Right. Yeah. And so it's different. So you see some people that have the issues with sensory issues, and then people that have that don't speak or are scared, and it's like it gives you a different point of view, and it gives you knowledge of how autism is more than just one thing. So if you're a hopeless romantic and you're into the dating scene, you should definitely watch that. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, and it'll make you look at the world so different and understand what autism is.
Yeah, as far as if you're a hopeless romantic, that's pretty much every water sign that's watching us right now.
Yes, dude, it's so good and it's so cute.
Yeah, she's been telling me about the show, and I've been wanting to watch it too. So I told her, you know what, we should definitely talk about it on the pod. And then, that's funny because also when we got back yesterday from San Jose from the flea market, I started watching a new show that I started getting into recently. So the show that I was watching, and I highly recommend you guys to check it out, especially for the gamers out there. Well, actually, if you guys are gamers, most likely you're already watching it. But it's called Devil May Cry. So basically, basically, I'm not really a gamer, but my last video game system that I had was the PS3. So one of the games that I got from there and that I remember from there was this video game called Devil May Cry. So now they made a series about that video game, they also had, I think, like the comic books, manga. I think they're called manga. Like I said, I'm not really too much of a gamer and anime and all that, but just the game itself, I really love the game. So when I saw that there was that show coming out, I was like, you know what, I'm definitely check it out. So I've been watching that, and I highly recommend it if you're a gamer, if you're into action. Just to give you guys an idea what that one's about, it's pretty much like he's basically the son of the devil, but he's here on Earth to catch demons and to send demons back. So like if you like the movie Constantine, if you like Diablero, stuff that I've talked about here on the pod before, he's pretty much on the same thing. Like he's beating up demons, fighting demons, even though he himself is a demon, and he has demon mode to where like he turns into like I forgot what they call it. I think they call it devil mode or diabolical mode or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he pretty much he's pretty much half demon because he's the son of the devil. But he's catching demons and stuff, so it's very into the whole paranormal. But it's an animated series.
Nice.
And it's on Netflix, so I highly recommend that one. I definitely wanted to talk about that one where I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So that one's good. And then the what's that one called? The one you said?
Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
So those are two shows that we definitely recommend.
Yeah. He was telling me all about it on the way to San Jose.
Yeah.
And I think I want to watch it too because I do remember you had that game console.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Obviously, you just said it, but I didn't remember that it was that specific game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to check it out because my girls are into anime.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. They are. You know what? So I think they actually might know who the character is.
They probably do.
And fun fact, our sponsor DZ Dolls, he actually made a doll of the main character, his name is Dante. On Devil May Cry. Mm-hmm. So the main character, his name is Dante, and he wears like a red trench coat, and he has like a big old sword and hella guns.
That's right.
Yeah. So DZ Dolls actually made us the doll years ago. Yeah. He made it for us. And I was trying to look for it so we could have it here today, because it's about the size of this guy. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna have it right here next to this doll right here, because that's his dad right there. But and that's also his dad right there, a smaller version. But
this one's so
yeah, and I'm his brother. No, but I hopefully by the next episode I will have the doll that we got from DZ Dolls, because he put like so much detail into it.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that asked him to make it for us,
Yeah.
But this is like years ago before we even had the podcast.
Super talented.
Yeah, and then what's funny? A lot of people tell me that I actually look like the guy from DZ Dolls.
Hey, dude, you should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was thinking we should interview him. And you know who else I want to interview? Mm-hmm. I want to interview that officer from Torta Patrol.
Dude,
yeah, we gotta have him on here.
And you gotta have a Torta freaking interview him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down.
Yeah. So that would be pretty cool, man. So hopefully, our sponsor, if you're watching this, DZ Dolls, man, hopefully you come on here, what I'm saying? Especially since people are always calling us twins and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Not you saying I'm not a torta. Just kidding.
Oh, man.
No, that would be really dope. That would be really dope for them to come and yeah, we get to know them.
Yeah, exactly.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DZ Dolls, he might be a little shy, but he'll definitely come on the show for sure.
Yeah.
Torta Patrol, he's hella funny, so I know he'd definitely be down to come on here.
Yeah. And when we say torta, like we mean it with love. Yeah. We're not hating on nobody. It's just we know it's funny. It's whatever. And if you feel offended by it, we do apologize. It's just our kind of humor. You know what I mean? From experience.
Yeah. And also, when we say torta is gender neutral.
Right. It's men and girls.
Yeah.
Women.
Torta is gender neutral. Mm-hmm. So we're not necessarily just picking on females that are torta.
No.
Because look at me. Like I said, I've said it previously. I weigh 300 pounds, so I'm pretty much a torta too.
Period.
But but what's crazy? Mm-hmm. Speaking of like the whole, torta and all that, mm-hmm. Some people do get offended with that word. But I've noticed a lot of times, females, they do get attacked a lot based on their looks,
Yeah.
Based on their looks or their weight or, stuff like that. Stuff that normally dudes, we don't really get attacked on that. Like, look at me. I just said I'm 300 pounds.
Right.
I'm proud of it. Because I'm like, because when you're a dude, it's like you want to be heavy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I've noticed that a lot of females get a lot of hate towards, their look, their weight, or their size, or, their height, or, whatever. But a lot of times I feel like, that comes from other females too. It does, right?
Honestly. And yeah, now that we're on the subject, it's like 9 times out of 10, if you go to a post or a person that, let's just put it out there, like if it's like a celebrity, right? Yeah. People are gonna say something in regards to their physical appearance, and 9 times out of 10, it's a female.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, she got cellulite, or oh, look, it looks like she got a BBL. Oh, look, she should get a BBL, and then she gets it, and then they're hating on her, and then it's like, dude, I feel like women get attacked in the physical way, like in the way that they look. And it's like, dude, if she were to fix that, go to the gym, oh, she must have got surgery. And it's like, she was hitting the gym. Why didn't you, comment on that? Or then if she doesn't go to the gym and gets a surgery, now, oh, like she's built like a, whatever. Like now she went to go do surgery, so it doesn't count. Or she's fake. And it's women hating on women.
Yeah.
And it's the same woman that if they had the money or they had the time to go to the gym, to go get the surgery, to go do something, they would be the first ones in line. So it's like, I've noticed it. I've seen it in myself. When I post something, it's always a female that has something to say. Yeah. Like if I post something and I have cilantro on my teeth, the 9 times out of 10, a man is not going to look at that. He's looking at other things.
Yeah.
And then if I have cilantro on my teeth, the bitch is going to be like, oh, that fat bitch probably just ate some, tacos. And I probably did. But, that's besides the point. It's going to be the girl that's going to call me out on something rather than a dude.
Yeah, that's true. Real quick about the cilantro. Yesterday we were at the San Jose Flea Market. Like I said, as soon as we got there, we all ate. Like our family, like our parents, everybody. Mm-hmm. So after that, we're all checking our teeth for cilantro. Yeah.
And then we hella tried to be like this pistalos, like, hey, what about me?
Yeah, exactly. And then I was even looking for a bathroom.
Yeah.
Just to go, like luckily I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I just literally just went in there to see if I had cilantro on my teeth.
Yeah. It'd be the cilantro that just gets stuck and you're just like talking and then, the people that don't say nothing.
Yeah.
F you guys. Because you see it, but it's like, te da pena decir algo. I'll be like, hey girl, do you got something on your teeth? Whether it's lipstick, whether it's cilantro, whether it's something, tell us.
Yeah.
You can tell us.
Yeah. No, you know what? And like the whole, like, women hitting on women thing, I see it a lot with my business. Yeah. Because a lot of times, females will come to me to put work on other females, and literally their only reason for doing so is because the female looks good. Because she's the more attractive of the group, because she's the prettier friend, because she's the skinnier friend, because she's the whatever, us guys, we don't look at none of that. We just look at like, oh, boom, it's a attractive female, no matter what, Mm-hmm. Like we're not sitting there, judging, her toenails or her, fingernails or oh, she forgot to dye, this side of the hair and the roots and all that. Like we learn about those things because we see other females talking about it.
Or pointing it out. Yeah,
they point it out, and then we start to like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's true, but like besides that, we would never notice it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like that's so true. I've made on my TikToks. By the way, follow me on TikTok. I'll make videos and my nails are not done right. I would never get a dude DM me and be like, "Hey, do your nails," or whatever. And if they did, I'd probably be like, "Hey, I'll pay for them."
Yeah.
But it's like the smallest things. I work. I use my hands. I wash dishes. I cook. I do things. My nails are not always gonna be on point. And when they're not, and I post content, they call me out on it. Yeah. And I'm like, girl, look at what I posted. Don't look at my nail. What are you looking at my nails for?
Yeah. It's like they missed the whole message of the video.
Exactly.
And then they're like, okay, well, what can I point out real quick? Boom.
Like everything is perfect, but her nails.
Yeah, exactly.
Like seriously?
They're like, okay, that's the one missing link. That's the one thing I could call out. And like I said, a dude, we don't even notice that. We're like.
At all.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, cool.
Yeah. I feel like when girls go and do their nails, and because of the comments that I've gotten or the DMs that I've gotten, I'm like, you literally don't do your nails for men or for yourself. You do it to please other beezies.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, come on now.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's crazy? So there's this, I don't know if I should call her an influencer, mm-hmm. but it's somebody that we follow, on YouTube. I'm not going to say her name. But recently, she might have gotten a procedure done, and it's like, the only people really calling her out on it, like she didn't tell nobody that she got it done. But if you see her videos and her posts, you kind of see it, Mm-hmm. And then the only people that were calling her out on the comments was usually females.
It was females.
And that's what brought up the conversation between us because we were talking about it.
Right.
Because like I said, we both follow this person, and then right here, Erika was telling me like, oh, they commented this, and I was like, what? Like I didn't even see those comments because I'm just looking at the actual post, yeah. Right. Because I'm just being a typical dude, so I'm just like focused on the post. Right. And then she was they said this on the comments. So then I go read the comments, and every comment that was like talking smack was another female.
Yeah.
And then that's when I told her, I was like, dude, it's crazy that when she was flat back there, they were talking smack.
Yeah.
And when she went to go fix it, now they're still talking smack.
Yeah.
So it's like you're down if you do, you're down if you don't.
Super disheartening.
Yeah.
And like I feel like it really sucks because like if she would have gone to the gym for it, if she wouldn't gone and do that, she's a businesswoman. She ain't got time to go to the gym sometimes. And you know what? If there's something that you want to, they have the audacity to say, "Oh, the comments got to her." Yeah, no. That's all they talked about. Oh, it's flat back there. You have nothing back there.
Yeah.
How does your husband even look at you back there? And it's like, dude, And then she goes and gets it done, and then they're still not happy.
Yeah, because I'm a dude, and when I would see those comments about her being flat back there, I wouldn't even be like, oh, that's messed up. Man.
It's
that's
messed up.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's girls hating on girls. And then these same girls go look in the mirror and they're unhappy. It's like they're just projecting. If you're a female that has gotten surgery done or has gone worked in the gym and made something out of it or whatever, dude, awesome. Shout out you.
Yeah.
Shout out you.
For real.
You know, because it's like a lot of people that go through that are risking their lives. And if that makes you happy, good for it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? A lot of my clients have gone through procedures and they hit me up for health candles to make sure that everything goes smooth because it's actually, you know, it's a medical procedure,
right?
You know, and you know, we're not here giving medical advice, so it's like you definitely, and anytime it comes to a medical procedure, no matter what it is, you want it to go smooth, you know. So they actually be hitting me up for health candles for their medical procedure, which is, you know, the BBL, the, you know, the front, the back, the, you know, anything they're getting done, the lips, whatever, right? If they're gonna get put to sleep by a medical doctor, then they hit me up. They're like, hey, do you have anything that can help me? And I'm like, oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's super scary.
Yeah,
they're risking their life, and it's like you only live once, and if that's gonna make you happy, do it for you. Don't do it for these other people. And I'm sure she did it for herself. She had her husband, she got her kids. Now she want to fix her body. Go for it, girl. Do your thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you a quick story time real quick. Yeah. So one time I had this client, right, that lives here in town. She's local. And about once a month, she comes picks up a big, she usually orders like 10, 20 candles at the same time. So one time she was like, hey, I'm not able to go pick up my order, but, you know, can my homegirl pick it up? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So the homegirl comes, picks it up, whatever. So then a month later, my client, he's like, hey, I'm going to go pick up some candles, but I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better from my operation. You know, like my surgery went smooth. I'm going to go pick up my candles. So then she pulls up in her truck and like she could barely fit in the front seat, right? Because the front, you could clearly tell the front was brand new, right? So I was like, So I was like, oh damn,
Love it.
Yeah. But it's like me being a dude. I saw it and I was like, dude. First of all, I'm glad that she even has the money to do that kind of procedure, because with the leftover money, that's what she bought products for me from. You know
that part.
Yeah. So it's like me knowing she got money like that. I know that my business is gonna stay in business because of clients like that. You know what I mean? And then, you know, she got candles for her procedure. She got candles. She didn't tell me what kind of procedure it was going to be when she bought the candles. But then after I saw her, you know, about 60 days later or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what the procedure was. Yeah. But it's like, you know, again, me looking at it as a guy, I'm over here hyping her up like, dude, that's cool, man. Because like I said, you know, the more money she has, the more money she's going to spend on my business. Yeah. You know, but if it's, you know, for example, if other females were to see that, they'd be like, oh, you know, oh, she had to go get that fixed. Oh, she didn't have nothing, so she had to go get some. And it's like, dude, like, so again, you know, it sucks that, you know, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. If they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. Yeah, it's like the same thing. If you ain't got no socks, what are you going to do? You're going to go buy some socks, right? Yeah. If you ain't got no milk in the fridge, what are you going to do? Go buy some milk. Yeah. If you ain't got no, you know, whatever, you're going to go get it. And it's fine, you know? If I had the money to just cash out on it and whatever, I would do it in a heartbeat. But right now, that's not my priorities, you know. But when it is, it'll be that. Yeah, and yeah, you know, another one of my clients who also got certain things fixed. She posted this quote one day, and it still sticks to me to this day. This was years ago, and it still sticks to me. She said, "La que puede puede, y la que no critica." So the ones with the money, they're the ones getting it done. They're not judging nobody. They're just like, hey, I got to know how much is it. I got you. Boom, cash out. The ones that don't got that money, they're going to talk about the one that had the money to go get it done. Yep. I've seen that personally. Like I said, my clients. We got to take a shot to that. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. And if you got it. Yeah. And, you know, shout out to Money Candle. Because my Money Candle has helped a lot of clients get that money to, you know, to go get whatever they got to get taken care of. And, you know, honestly, it's like I see nothing wrong with it. Again, whatever. It's just like your car. If your car needs a new tire, are you going to sit there and think about it? No, it's like, no, I'm going to go get the tire. I'm going to go get it fixed. So my car is 100%. If your car is running low on gas, are you going to sit there and think about it? No, I'm going to just go get the gas. You know, cheers. Oh, cheers. Cheers. Oh, look, you got the little one. I got this one. Yeah, I got the mini. Yeah, you know, and you know, for us, man, there aren't even a lot of procedures like that. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of new procedures coming out. Mm-hmm. Like now there's a procedure that makes guys taller. I seen that. So you know what? First of all, before we go further, I must say thank you to the Spurs because the Spurs were good to me in this lifetime. They made me tall AF and they made me a Scorpio. Oh shit! Hey, shout out to Spurs! Shout out to Spurs. So, but if I wasn't tall AF, I would definitely seriously be considering one of those surgeries to make me taller. You know?
Absolutely.
Like I was watching this interview with this dude. He was already. It was weird because he was already tall. I think he was already 6 foot. And then he wanted to be like 6'8" or something. Like he wanted to be super tall. Damn. And he was explaining the whole surgery, and it sounded painful AF,
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I could see the dude that's shorter than 6 foot wanting to get that, and looking at it as and again, if the dude has money, hey, take care of it.
Absolutely.
And like same thing, us dudes is like there's a lot of stuff that if we could fix it, we would fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Other dudes might make fun of us too, same way that females make fun of the females. But it's like, I would tell another dude, it's like, dude, whatever you got to do for you to, feel better about yourself, go do it.
Yeah.
Male or female,
Absolutely.
Male or female.
And if you don't do it and you're content with how you look, hey, shout out you too.
Yeah.
Because it's like you ain't got to do it if you don't want to do it. Whatever you decide to do, at the end of the day, it's your life.
Yeah.
Whether you want to cash out on it, whether you want to sit on, oh no, I'm fine how I am. Hey, cool. Either way.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I could easily go in to TJ and get surgery to like lose weight or to get a tummy tuck or do whatever. Or fix my teeth. That's if I wasn't to fix anything first, I've told my family this, it'll be my teeth.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm cool.
Yeah, she's definitely said that plenty of times, and we're just like, dude, what teeth? Like, you're like, there's nothing wrong with your teeth.
It's fine.
Yeah, like we're just like, dude, but like it's like we definitely understand that every person, when they look in the mirror, we see different, different things than other people,
Yeah.
But yeah, like you've definitely always said your teeth first. Your teeth will be first. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day too, the same thing goes to like people that are taking Ozempic, people that are taking like weight loss pills or whatever makes you happy and have these hating, do it. Give them another reason to hate on you.
Yeah.
Give them a million reasons to do it. If you're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, especially the ones especially if you're taking it for your health.
Absolutely.
Man, do it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Take care of your health, guys. Like it's crazy because like the last few episodes, we've been talking a lot about health, and I even told Erica, I was like, man, I don't want it to seem like we're just lecturing about health, But it's just that we personally have seen so many things, right?
Yeah.
Like we personally have seen so many things with family, with friends, with coworkers, with people from our past, just like we've seen so many things recently that I feel that the spirits are purposely showing us that for us to talk about health.
Yeah.
So I that's gonna be the next topic. But before we get to that topic, definitely, like how she said, if you need medication to help you lose weight, to help you, feel motivated to the gym, do it, man. Whatever makes you feel better, because you're the one that wakes up in the morning. Nobody knows what your first thought in the morning.
Yeah.
So as soon as you wake up, you know what you're thinking in your mind. When you're alone by yourself, you know what you're thinking. Nobody's reading your mind, right? Mm-hmm. Your social media, you might look all happy, as far as we know, you look happy, you're but it's like only you know what's going on in your mind. So only you know what you need to do to take care of that or to feel better about that.
100%. And if you're, the same thing goes as for dudes, like, I know you guys don't have a lot of options when it comes down to fixing or enhancing or doing things. Yeah. It's whatever you decide to do. As a woman, I know a lot of people on social media be like, oh, he has to look like this and do it. Yeah. If you have a good personality, and this is going to sound so cliche, if you can make a girl laugh and if you have a great personality and can keep a conversation, girls are going to be attracted to that.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people right now in this generation look at it like, oh, is he Instagram worthy to post or is he easy on the eyes? But they're not happy in those situations. Yeah. And if you're not easy on the eyes, if you're not, whatever, the right person is going to look at you for... Your looks are not going to pay the bills. Your looks are not going to pay for a date or, make me feel comfortable or to love on you. It's going to be you, your personality. You're going to get older. You're going to lose your looks. You're going to lose your teeth. You're going to whatever. Hopefully not, but maybe. Yeah. And your personality is still going to be you.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have a lot of options like women do. But still, you guys are all beautiful.
Yeah. You're not going to get old unless you're magical. Unless you hit up Scorpion Tarot and... get some products, you know what I'm saying?
Do the name on the screen.
Get some products. Let's hit up our sponsor right here. He's got a lot of options for the gentlemen out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because normally the gentlemen they don't shop at Scorpion Tarot. The ones that shop at Scorpion Tarot is actually the females. But still, shout out to our sponsor.
Yeah.
He has a lot of options, whether you're male or female, whether you believe in it or you don't believe in it. Just because we're actually talking about some of the clients' results yesterday on the way to San Jose.
Yeah.
And I was telling my sister right here, Erika, I was like, dude, it's crazy because like when the effects of the magic start to hit in, when the effects of the magic start to kick in, it feels like surreal. It feels like, is this really happening or am I imagining it? Like, am I awake or am I sleeping? That's when you know it's real magic. When you don't even know if you're like awake or not. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No,
right?
yeah.
Because like we're not gonna talk about everything that we talked about yesterday, but right, I was saying that yesterday, right?
Yeah. Because obviously, like we live together, so he kind of updates me on certain clients.
Yeah.
And I do be interested. Sometimes I'm like, hey, so whatever happened to so and so, or and he doesn't tell me names, but he tells me like scenarios.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy how you can see when it's real magic.
Yeah.
And you can see when it's just what's another word that we can use?
Like somebody getting scammed.
Yeah, someone. Heck
sure.
yeah.
Sure.
So I definitely guarantee if you're having issues with romance or in your love life, hit up Scorpion Tarot.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of testimonies on his page. They're on his highlights. Check them out. There's a whole bunch of options here that you can look at real quick on the screen.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, don't be afraid to message him. Don't be afraid to reach out. He's always going to be available. Give him some grace because he has a lot of customers, but reach out. If you're a guy, he's not intimidating.
Yeah.
He'll reach out. He understands that he is not judgmental.
Yeah. See. Dude, I'm so glad you said that right now. Cause so people that know me, they know the stuff I post, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to make and I want to make a whole video on this, but right now since we're on the topic, because you just like you saying judgmental, it hella triggered my mind right now.
Yeah.
So the reason I post crazy things is because I've literally had people. So my mentor, my madrina, she's an older lady, right? And my padrino, he's an older gentleman. So I've literally had people tell me that, hey, I went to your madrina store and I was embarrassed to tell her this. But then they see me and they see my posts and they see, they see that I don't give a F. So they're like, dude, like you made me feel hella comfortable. So like I wanted to come to you and ask you, this whole situation that's going on. And my posts, even though they kind of at times they interfere with my personal life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times in my personal life people don't understand it.
Right.
But in my business life, in my business, it helps my business because people see like, damn, okay, this fool, he be posting all this BS. He really ain't gonna judge what I'm about to tell him, and that has happened so many times, And keep in mind, I a lot of my clients, the 99.99% of my clients are females. So you would think, oh, they would rather go to my madrina who's an older female, but my madrina is like a mother figure, so they don't want to go and sit in front of her and tell her, oh, well, I'm doing this and this and this, this is my situation. Because they feel that she's going to judge. She's not going to judge, but they feel that she's going to judge. So they see somebody closer to their age, and then they see the effery that I post. They're like, okay, you know what? Something about this fool, like I hella trust this fool. Like I'm going to just tell him what's going on. And, like I said, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to get paid. I'm here to help. And then, then if I have to refer them to my madrina, I do. And it's like, but it's all business, So it goes back to like the reason why I post so crazy stuff.
Right.
Like lately, I've been kind of cutting back on it, because I have my own situation going on right now. So I kind of been cutting back on the posts. I don't want to post nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to just make that little side note real quick.
No, yeah, and we emphasize on reach out.
Yeah.
I have a lot of followers too that are like, hey, I wanted to message your brother, but like I'm kind of shy. Dude, I would love to be the middleman, but sometimes I don't check my DMs like as frequently because he has his own business, so when he gets a chance, he'll probably get back to you faster than me. But reach out to him. It's just one DM away. He has his personal phone number on his page as well, and then if you don't want to talk to him, he has his website on his bio. So but I definitely really do recommend to look at the testimonies, look at what he offers online, and then go into him already knowing what you want. And if you need advice on it, then go ahead and be like, hey, what do you recommend?
Yeah, and you know, keep in mind, guys, everything is 100% confidential.
Yes.
Like, she can attest to this.
Yes.
Because a lot of times there's people that she knows personally, and they'll come up and they'll like buy certain products, and she never hears that from me. Like my sister right here, she'll never hear that from me, unless they tell her, "Hey, I got this from your brother. I bought this from from your brother. Blah,
Yeah.
I bought this order. This is my order." And then they'll tell her, and then me, it's just like like me, it's all confidential.
Yeah, and no, seriously, and you don't have to believe us, but at the end of the day, they know. Like, they'll be like, "Hey, by the way, I reached out to your brother and I just got my stuff," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome," and I'll be like, "Hey, so and so just said this," and me sometimes I get in my ego and I'm like, "Why don't you tell me?" But then he's like, "Fool, it's my business," you know what I mean? So he does keep it confidential, and literally 100% of the time I find out because of a friend. They tell me like, "Hey, I got this from your brother." But yeah, definitely go straight to him. DM me too, and if I know a little bit of knowledge, I help him with his vendor pop-ups and a little bit with his business. But your best bet is to just message him. Yeah, he will give you the best advice.
Yeah, she really does help me with everything. That's why, like, sometimes she sees who picks up orders and stuff, because like I said, she's my roommate, so like she'll see who pulls up for a reading and stuff like that. But again, we're very confidential. Like I said, if it's through DM or whatever, it's like I'm not gonna say nothing unless the client themselves go to her and go, "Hey, I bought this from your brother from your shop," or whatever. But yeah, but definitely, it's crazy because like I said, the majority of my clients are females, but there's a lot of my products that would actually help males out there. They just don't believe in it. Right. Like, they don't believe in it, or they're like, "Oh, I don't believe in that voodoo stuff," and it's like, it's cool. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit there and force somebody to believe in whatever. But if it calls to them, then it calls to them. But the people that have got my products, man, like, they know what's up. They know what's up.
And like I said, look at the testimonies beforehand. Look at the facts. Yeah. It's of course we block out the people who are messaging him out of
confidentiality.
Yeah, that word. I haven't drinking in a while, so I'm a little drunk right now. Yeah. But yeah, check that out first and see it for yourself. And nothing is guaranteed in life. We're just gonna state that too. Yeah. Nothing is a guarantee. But if you believe and you just keep faith, these will work. Yeah. From experience, dude, I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Reach out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy because I have a lot of personal experiences, but I don't want to get too personal on here. So
I'll say one personal one real quick. Tell me I'm lying. I used to be so scared to be in front of a camera.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be so scared. I used to tell him, send me the podcast episode before you post it, because I wanted to criticize myself for whatever reason. And now I come on here, I don't even care what I look like, because I got the love candle for myself. Yeah. When you get these love candles, when you get these self-love candles, or I know it doesn't say self-love on it, but it's the love candle. Yeah. I got it for myself. And it's like I want to look at myself and be happy and content, and it helped me.
Yeah. Also the confidence candle, the motivation, the beauty spell. Yeah. Like, trust me, there's an option for you. You know how there's that commercial, there's an app for that. Yep. There's a vela for that. Believe me. Yeah. That's why I named this whole podcast Saca las Velitas.
Yeah. Oh, and summer's around the corner. He also has one that's called the weight loss candle.
Oh yeah, the weight loss. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and mention that for the summer.
I'm gonna try to have that one on the next episode. For sure.
And you know what? Try it. It's but at the end of the day, we're not gonna force something on you. We're not gonna shove anything down your throat. Yeah. Pause. But reach out.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so the next topic. This was a little bit more of a. So this was a little more of a sad one. Oh. I feel that I will let you start with it because you know this person longer. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you start that one. Okay.
I'm a crybaby, y'all. So I am. I work. I have my 9 to 5, and when you work, you kind of live more at work and you come just to sleep at home, right? You make friends that are in different age range, and you would never be friends with them outside of work, but because you're so much at work, you grow a bond with them. Yep. So recently, I had a coworker. A very dear friend of mine that I would like to consider a friend passed away. And I used to work almost like a graveyard shift. And the coworker of mine, she wasn't a graveyard shift, but she would stay really late at work. And I was working by myself during those times, and it was like when you work alone and overnights, usually when you're going through stuff, like emotional stuff, everybody else in the world is asleep, right? You have nobody to talk to you. If you're feeling sad, you can't text your friend, be like, hey, girl, I'm sad, because it's freaking like midnight, you know?
Yep.
So this individual would be in her office really late because, you know, she, I guess, found comfort in her job because she, you know, she wasn't married. She didn't have kids, and she just stayed out at work. And I would run into her. And I would hate to run into her sometimes because sometimes I was going through it mentally. And I was like, oh, I don't want to let her see me crying, or I don't want to let her, like, I don't want to explain why I look like I've been crying. And I would run into her, and she would be like the little light at the end of the tunnel, right? Like, I'm like, okay, I don't feel so alone in this big old building that I work in. And she was always there. We got so close to the point where my daughters have met her. She used to volunteer at a dog shelter. ¿Cómo se dice? At the SPCA.
Yeah, SPCA.
And when my daughter lost her turtle, because she used to have a turtle, I had vented to her because I was crying. And she was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, my daughter just, you know, her turtle passed away." And like, I feel her emotion because I'm a water sign. I'm empathetic. So she saw me crying, and I explained to her, and she's like, "Hey, bring her by to the SPCA. I volunteer there every weekend." And I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do, you would see that I would post the SPCA with my kids and my mom. And I went there because of her. And I saw her, and my kids met her, and, you know, she showed us around, and it was like, she was the age difference between her and I is huge.
Yeah.
But I had a connection with her because, like I said, she was like a little light at the end of the tunnel. Whenever I felt alone, when I didn't have no one to talk to, she was there. And I knew. Mm-hmm.
I would say she's probably about her mom's age.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. She's like her mom's age. And, I never got the chance to tell her how much she helped me during those days or those nights, but she hella helped me, dude. And hearing that she passed away freaking messed me up so bad. I don't even know. I know death is the end of this journey, but just knowing that she passed away and that I'm not gonna run into her or whatever, it really messed me up, and I'm crying. Anyways, I never got a chance to tell her that she was really, really helpful in those days when I started working in this building. But I'm sure she knows now. I feel like it's just. She knows right now, wherever she's at, that she meant a lot to me. And even though I wasn't vocal about it during this lifetime, I'm sure wherever she's at, she understands. And crazy, I got my schedule changed, right? So one night, she had told me that, hey, there's a cafeteria opened up in this building. Mm-hmm. It's on the 8th floor. And everyone was getting hot chocolate. And she's like, as soon as I was going to get mine, it stopped working. The machine stopped working. Mm. And I'm like, hey, you know what? You know who has a really good hot chocolate? Dutch Bros. Shout out Dutch Bros. And I told her, I was like, hey, dude, they have a really good hot chocolate. You should go. And it was during Christmas time of last year. And she was like, you know what? Okay, you know, I'm going to remember that. The next day, she got Dutch Bros. She brought me one, and she's like, oh my God, this is the best hot chocolate I have ever tasted. I'm like, I told you. So I got my schedule changed, and I told myself, one of these days, I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, hey, I'm not going to be here anymore to see you, but here's a hot chocolate. Thank you for that one night. And my brother's going to be here because he's been helping in the building. They're doing some construction, so he's really hands-on with that. So he's been working there, so he would see her more than me. And I even told him, hey, before I leave, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm not going to be here, but my brother will take care of you if you need anything. He's going to be around. He's a big, tall dude and tatted, but he's a nice guy. Yeah. If you ever need anything, he's here. But I never got a chance to do that for her. She ended up passing away last weekend, and but I did make sure to go and leave her little hot chocolate from Dutch Bros at her location where she was last found. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry I cried. That sucks, and I'm a little drunk. So.
Yeah. So me. Erika definitely knew her a lot more than me. I met her. The person who introduced me to her was Erika, of course. Because I've been helping out at my sister's building recently, right? Like whenever they need somebody to come help out, come build this, come, do this. They've been hitting me up. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, because the little extra money that I get from there helps me buy stuff for the podcast. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'll help out. So I met her through Erika, and then fast forward, we asked the spirits because Erika wanted an earlier shift from there. So somehow mysteriously the spirits helped Erika get an earlier shift. So she starts working during the daytime. So then because she's in the daytime, so now they start hitting me up to come work the nights. So I start going nights, and I see her, this lady, very sweet lady, she always would put candy out and stuff like that out. Mm-hmm. So I met her and stuff, I definitely didn't know her as much as Erika did, but I could tell just from her vibe and from her spirit, like she had a good spirit. She was a very good person. And then about a week ago, so I'm there on Friday night. It was so I'm there Friday night. I didn't see her, right? So then here comes the weekend. I'm off the weekend. Then Monday night I'm there. I'm relaxing. It's my lunchtime or whatever. So I go to my car. I'm chilling in my car. But the whole day there was like a weird vibe. Mm-hmm. So I'm in my car and I'm hearing like crazy weird sounds on Monday night. And I'm like, I'm just trying. Like I would take off my AirPods and I'm like, oh no, I'm just tripping. I'm just hearing things. Plus, because of what I do, I'm used to hearing spirits. So I'm like, sometimes I kind of just block it out.
Yeah.
So fast forward, at the end of the night when I'm leaving, there's a fire department. The fire truck is parked in front of the building, which is in this downtown Sacramento. There's a big ass fire engine parked in front of a building in downtown Sacramento. So that gets a lot of attention. Right. Especially on a Monday night when everybody's at home sleeping. I'm like, what the F, right? So then I go to my car and there's firefighters all around my car. There's like the building manager. Everybody's like all around there. I'm just trying to get out of there because I'm like, I thought I was in trouble or something, right? So I'm just trying to get out of there. So then the next day, I find out because she texts me, because Erika texts me, because I didn't get a chance to tell her, like, hey, when I left, there was the fire department there. So she texts me, she said, hey, somebody passed away. So long story short, just to, kind of keep it short, Monday night when I'm sitting there in my car taking my lunch, the lady was in her car, but she had already passed away. Yeah. So this is Monday night, and she had been there since Friday night. Right. So she's 2 car spaces away from me. Mm-hmm. She's been gone, right? So what happened was after I'm taking my lunch in my car, I go back downstairs and I go back to do what I'm doing, Some of the other construction workers, they're leaving for the night at 12 midnight. And then they see her and then they realize that they saw her earlier the day. So they're like, okay, she's been in there for like 6 hours now. There's something wrong, So then, they go check on her and everything. And, the gentleman told me that I'm gonna just keep it lighthearted on here. So basically, they just told me that they knew she was gone. Yeah. Like just by looking at her, they knew she was gone. Mm. So then I told Erika, I was like, dude, like it's crazy because when I was in my car on my lunch, not knowing that there's a body right next to me, like 2 spaces away, I felt hella weird. Yeah. And I could just imagine because I've always told her ever since I started helping her at that building that there's something in that building. Yeah. Overall in general, that there's something in that building. Because there was a time where I got sick in that building. Yeah. There was a time where Erika couldn't make it into work, so they called me because whenever they need somebody, they'll hit me up. I'm kind of like the helper guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I went in there, and then out of nowhere, I started getting sick. And I remember running to the bathroom to go, Mm-hmm. I don't want this video to get banned, but I'm gonna just say to go. I'm just kidding. Yeah. To go, Yeah, I'm sorry. My food wanted to come back up, right? So like the whole time I'm puking in the toilet, I'm like, what did I eat? What did I drink? Like what's going on? Why am I doing this, right? Because like out of nowhere it just hit me and I had to run to the bathroom. And then another thing that was on my mind was, dude, this is it. They're gonna find me laying in front of the toilet. They're gonna find me on the bathroom. They're gonna find me on the floor. I was thinking those thoughts. So when we find out that this lady, that those are her last days, recently, I told Erika, I was like, dude, it's crazy because me, with the time that I got sick at it, for no reason, I just show up to go help, to go work, and I'm sick AF. So I could just imagine her last thoughts. Yeah. She probably thought, oh, they're gonna find me in the bathroom. They're gonna because from what we heard, she was running back and forth to the bathroom. Yeah. So I'm sure at some point she thought, oh, they're gonna find me in the bathroom. Yeah. They're gonna find me on the floor. They're gonna find me laying in front of the toilet. Mm-hmm. And then what ended up happening was they found her in front of in her car. Yeah. So stuff like that, and it's like I just feel that building in general has a lot of negative energy. Yeah. And you've also told me, right, that you've kind of felt sick there too? Yeah, there's even that day. So Monday, mm-hmm. I came to work and everybody knows that I have a group chat, with my people from LA, and I have it, like, they can attest to this. I was telling them, like, dude, I feel like I want to vomit. Like, I feel like nauseous. My stomach hurts. I feel like I want to just get out. Like, I couldn't explain what I was feeling. I thought I was angry at another coworker, and I'm like, chat, like, I feel angry. I feel like I desperate need to get out. And they were like, oh, you're probably having like an anxiety attack or a panic attack. But it was such a weird feeling. And I couldn't understand what it was, but I wanted to make sense of it. So I figured, like, okay, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of this. But I felt hella uneasy. I felt like I literally wanted to just leave, I think that day I left early. And oh, you did?
Yeah.
You did.
Mm-hmm. And I never do because I'm playing the game saying I need the money. But I never leave early, and I left early that day. And he remembers, so I told him, hey, I'm about to leave early. Like, I'll just see you at the house. And then I come back to work the next day, and the building manager is like, hey, did your brother tell you that he saw me? And I was like, no, he works over like the graveyard shift. So I'm not, when he wakes up, I'm already gone. And she was like, oh yeah, we had a older lady like pass away in her car. Like, I guess she just like fell asleep and like, she just never woke up. And like, it hit me, but I was like, oh my goodness, like, hey, Danny, like, someone passed away. And he was like, oh, dude, that's crazy. And then I was like, hopefully it's not the person that we're talking about. I'm like, as long as it's not her, because, in the where I work at, a lot of people just ignore each other. Yeah. Everybody's like, corporate America, everyone's just sitting in front of a computer and just minding their business. But this person paid attention to me, gave up about me. And I was like, as long as it's not her, and he was like, no, it's not her. Like, she's on leave. She's on vacation. Like, she's been gone. Like, and me knowing that because she doesn't have anybody else here in Sacramento, she used to leave her car there and then get an Uber to the airport and then go visit her family where they were from. So seeing her car there and knowing that she's on vacation, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. As long as it's not her, then it's cool. Like, rest in peace, whoever it is. But if it's not her, I'm cool. And then the day went by, and then they confirmed that it was her. Yeah. And that's when I was like my heart dropped. I felt like my whole blood just went to my feet, and I wanted to pass out. But I felt like when I felt all those emotions where I just wanted to get out of the building, I felt like I was feeling what she was feeling in her last moments. And I feel like that's what makes me not like overly like to tell her like, hey, I felt you and I'm sorry that I didn't find you because I used to park next to you and like I felt guilty, but I didn't find her.
Yeah, but I feel that a lot of times, again, even that, I feel like the spirits lined it up because it's like she knew how sensitive you were. Yeah. She knew how emotional you were. So if you were to ask her, hey, who do you want to find you? Definitely not Erica. Because, what I'm saying? It's like, for example, me, right? I used to live in a house by myself because what happened was this lady, she lived in a house by herself. And I told Erica, like, dude, I've been through that. I lived through that. I my neighbors lived alone too. And I knew who still wanted to be there. And I knew who was ready to go. Right. And I feel that this lady was ready to go. But living alone there downtown, when I used to live there by myself, I knew, okay, I don't want my family to find me. I want, this person to find me, whoever could take it. Right. So the people that found her, it was some construction workers, some dudes, construction workers. To them is nothing. They never met her. They don't know her. They have there's no emotional attachment. So she knew, okay, I definitely don't want you to find me. You know what I'm saying? So, you definitely, always keep that in mind. And then another thing too, it's like this lady, she lives alone, so it's like she knew. Hold on, real quick. I saw 55555 on here on the audio recorder.
Yeah.
But definitely, she knew. Okay, if I pass away at home, it's gonna be weeks before they find me.
Right.
So she thought, okay, if I'm at work, somebody's gonna find me in a couple days. Which that's what happened. So I feel that just from doing what I do, I feel that she was kind of just ready to go, and I also feel that she kind of planned it to where it's like, okay, I don't want people that I'm emotionally attached to. I don't want them to find me.
Yeah.
I want some strangers to find me. Like I said, like these construction workers, they don't know her name, they don't know her desk, they don't know her, her car. Like, I mean, they found her in her car, but they don't know anything else besides whatever her car says. So I feel like the spirits lined that up. And I feel that she also kind of planned that, and it's just, again, like a lot of times, like the spirits also know, like this person is not going to be able to take the pain of finding this person.
Yeah.
And, that's why I feel like they move your schedule up, like literally weeks before this happened, and then, me, I knew her, I met her because of you, but if I would have found her, I wouldn't have had that emotional attachment.
Right.
I would have been emotionally detached, and I would have been like, okay, now one, boom, 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 do this, do this. But it's like, I feel that the spirits knew what she wanted, and they lined it up. You know, yeah, definitely.
And that's what kind of gives me comfort. Like I was probably nobody in her life. I was probably just somebody that she saw every day. But it sucks that I wasn't able to tell her, like, hey, you freaking meant a lot, because you helped me in times where I felt like I was going crazy. Like, if you were an overnight shifter or like a graveyard worker, shout out you guys, because it takes some mental strength to work those kinds of shifts.
Yeah,
whether it's at a grocery store, whether it's at a at a bank, whether it's wherever. If nighttime workers, where you sleep all day and you work all night, it sucks. Truck drivers, when they drive all night and then it's like, during the day they sleep, they pull over and sleep. Shout out you guys. You guys are so important, and your mental health we know that it's not all there. So with me, when I had that shift, she was that light, like I said earlier. And I never got to tell her that, which sucks, but I can tell her now, and I know that the reason why, like, everything makes sense. Everything lined up, like the spirits lined it up where I wasn't. Because if I were to see her that day and I would have seen that she looked sick, I probably would have been like, hey, what's going on? Or like, whatever. She was a smart lady. She worked there for a lot of years. Her job was her life, and everybody that knew her knew that. So I felt like what gives me peace is knowing that she left how she wanted and where she wanted.
Yeah.
Because her job was her everything.
Yeah, it really was. Mm-hmm. And also, you being so cool with her, you being so close to her, if you would have seen her, not feeling cool, you would have called 911.
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
And maybe she didn't want that.
Right.
So she was like, okay, I definitely do not want Erika there. So let me just, the spirits lined it up. So it's like,
yeah.
You have to look at it like that.
And I do. It makes, he gave me so much peace of mind, because I was going through it, y'all. Yeah. I was like, like, I didn't even want to go to work the next day, just because, where she was found and her car's still there. Yeah. And I was like, hey, I'm not going to go to work today. And, even getting there, I don't even want to look that way. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't even want to look that way. But I would have not been strong enough to deal with that.
I'm going to tell you how I tell my clients all the time. Whatever you wanted to say to her during that time, and then you didn't get a chance to say it, she's hearing you right now wherever she's at,
Yeah. And I told her about the podcast too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I told her about the podcast. I told her about the book club that we were doing. You know, she knew a lot of things about this, so I'm sure she watched an episode or two.
Yeah. Plus she was low key kind of susie-eyed, into those books, you know what I mean?
She was. I told her when I was reading one of the first books that I read from the little chat book club, and she was like, I was like, girl, you're gonna judge me, but it has to do with this and that. And she's like, what was the name of that book?
And I'll say that respectfully. Yeah,
respectfully, no, she was awesome. She was. So may she rest in peace, and hopefully we're running to each other in the next lifetime, because you were awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely
cheers
awesome.
To you.
Yeah, cheers to you. They see more possibilities now. Now that they're over there, because she knows right now where she's at. she knows. Oh, she could see the outcome. Okay, if Erica would have found me, this would have happened.
Yeah.
If this person would have, my coworker would have found me, the person in the cubicle next to me would have found me, this would have happened.
Right.
So who better than some random construction worker that has no connection to her?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I talked to him. I talked to the person who found her, you know, and there was no emotional connection. Obviously, he was tripping out. I was tripping out too.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, oh man, like I just got goosebumps on my skin, you know, but it's like, there's not that connection, you know? And it's because the reason why they do that is because they love you. You know, it's because it's like me. If something happens to me, I do not want my mom to find me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a random motherfucker at the store find me than my mom find me. Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because I love my mom.
Right.
I don't love the random motherfucker at the store. So you have to look at it like that. You know, a lot of times, you know, I know that my delivery sounds kind of like ghetto and shit, like the way I say things, but it's like, I have to say it like that for my clients to understand, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, same thing, you know, if something was to happen to me, I might not want my sister to find me. You know, my sister right here, Eddie,
I will lose my shit.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, maybe between my sister and my brother, I might prefer my brother to find me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my brother to find me either, you know, but it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, your options are limited.
Right.
This young lady, her job was her life. She was always there. So she has to think, okay, between this building right here, every worker here, or my apartment, where it might be weeks. You know, it might be weeks before they find me. So let me just you know, do what I got to do when I'm at work, and somebody's gonna find me. Hopefully it's a stranger that doesn't know my name and doesn't know who I am, and you know, there's no connection there, you know.
Everything happens how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And shout out her. She was amazing, and I'm sure in her next lifetime she's gonna continue to be amazing. And wherever she's at, she was really loved and appreciated. And yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I've done readings for people who found bodies like that, you know, and it wasn't even a person that they were even cool with, but just them seeing, like, for example, I did a reading. This person, she walks into this room, you know, and there's this person who, without being too graphic, let's just say this person his feet was not on the ground anymore.
Oh, damn.
He's you know, he's in the closet, you know, something's holding him up, right, by his neck, right, so. Years later, this lady's still traumatized, and she hit me up for a reading. So that's how I know, like, you know what, the spirits are looking out. Yeah. Especially the spirit, you know, you obviously being my sister, you know, the spirits are like, hey, you know, like, we know it's gonna be too tough for you. And then you know, La Señora Bascante, you know, she's like, she sees you in a certain way, so she's like, okay, I definitely don't want her to find me. So then, you know, like I always say, the spirits lined it up.
Yeah.
Like, you got the schedule you wanted.
Yep.
You got the new hours you wanted.
Yep.
You didn't have to see her last few days.
Yep.
Because you probably would have called 911 for her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want nobody to call 911. I don't want nobody to worry. I don't want nobody to stress. But she knew, okay, it's my time to go. You know, it's my time to go. Yeah. But definitely, you know, wherever she's at, she's definitely watching this episode, man. So cheers to her. Cheers to her. We really appreciate you. We could tell you definitely had a good heart.
And seeing her little empty candy thingy, just
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, that building in general, I feel like it has a lot of energy. It has a lot.
Even like before this, like, I'm gonna just change the subject.
Yeah.
You know, I work at Midtown Sacramento.
Yeah.
And a lot of those buildings have been here for the longest, 40, 50, 80, 70 plus years. And there's a lot of activity in there. And it's, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of stuff in the building. I hear stuff. There's like phantom typing. It's like, you know, it's that building. I feel like it's super haunted. And there's a specific floor, which that's where we work at, where it hits you like a ton of bricks. There's so much activity there that it's like scary, but you get immune to it because we're there all the time. But when you feel something, when your gut tells you, like example, I don't have vertigo, right? But every time I get to that floor specifically, I feel like I'm dizzy. I feel like I want to vomit. I feel like I'm sick. And when I leave that floor, I feel fine. So if you're not crazy, like if you ever felt this in a building and at work or wherever, a haunted house or a regular house, but recognize the energy, acknowledge the energy, and try your best to get the F out of there. But we're there 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah, and also, side note, if you do have a loved one who lives by themselves, you should definitely check on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely check on them, especially if they're older. Just check out, make sure they're good, They might just kind of need somebody to say hi to. They might need somebody to go to breakfast with.
Yeah.
Go eat. Like I said, I used to live by myself alone. Just check on them, don't tell them, oh, I saw this podcast where somebody passed away, but just be like, hey, how you been? Oh, you good? Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? Hey, this Saturday we should go get brunch, or we should go get mimosas, or, go get a buzz ball, go get all fucked up,
Something.
But it's like, just check on them, You clearly know them, especially if they're your family member. You might know them better than a lot of people, and just kind of see their vibe, just kind of see how they're acting, how they're feeling, how they're, and if you are the person who lives by yourself and you need somebody there, hit us up or hit somebody up, or look for help, if you feel that, I'm always at work because there's nothing waiting for me at home. Definitely, like I said, reach out to somebody, somebody out there is definitely worried about you,
Yeah.
This lady, she definitely felt like there was nobody worried about her, but we definitely cared about her, and we were worried about her, and we're concerned about her. So there's always somebody concerned about you, no matter how alone you feel,
Right. It's going to affect somebody if you're not here.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, and the person that you least expected probably is going to be the one that's is going to continue to mourn you.
Yeah.
And celebrate you after you're gone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like I said, even if you just keep it light, go to brunch, go get some, mimosas downtown, go to Zócalos, get drunk.
Hey.
Wait, they're not paying for sponsorship.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah, go to whatever restaurant downtown is serving mimosas on that day or whatever. But like I said, if you feel that that's you, alone, living alone, no roommates, nobody. Reach out to somebody, and if you need some candles, like I said, reach out to our sponsor, Scorpion Tarot.
Yeah, reach out to your people.
Yes.
Call them, especially like he said, if they live alone.
Yeah, yeah, because there's a lot. Like I said, I've been there. I lived alone, in downtown where it was haunted. So sometimes, even though the person is cool, the spirits see you kind of vulnerable, and the spirits kind of start to sink into your mind, to where you don't know if it's the spirits or if it's you. You start to feel like maybe it's your own thoughts.
Right. So
just, reach out to your loved one if they live alone. And if you live alone, if you feel like you need to reach somebody, reach out to them,
Yeah.
Let me see. So what's the next topic? Okay, so one thing I would like to say is definitely stay up on your limpias, on your cleanses, because when all this happened, the first thing I told Erika the next day, it was like, dude, I'm gonna do a limpia, because I was literally in my car not knowing that she's two parking spots away from me, Right. The body was back there, like literally I took a video. Right now the car's still there. I took a video and the car's like literally 2 parking spaces over. So knowing that I was that close, and knowing that I was there for my whole lunch hour, that night on Monday night. The first thing I did in the morning the next day on Tuesday was do a limpia on myself, like luckily, me, it's what I do, so I already have the materials ready, and I do that all often. But if you're ever in a situation like that where you find a body, or where you walk through somewhere where something traumatic happened, definitely I recommend you do a limpia.
For sure.
Yeah, or even if you're just around somebody who's seen it,
Yeah.
It might still affect you.
Yeah, no, I definitely did a limpia because I felt super guilty and I wanted to get that negative energy off of me. Nothing to do with her. It just my train of thought was, I felt super guilty. I took it super personal for some reason, because I wasn't the one, but I just let it go and cleanse yourself. Yeah. Every time there's a death around you, every time there's that around, that means the more there's around. So just cleanse yourself, and it made me feel a lot better. And talking to him, of course, gave me a lot of peace of mind, because as much as he didn't have a personal connection with her, he experienced it with me.
Yeah.
So He got to meet her. My kids got to meet her. My mom got to meet her, and it's something that we all know. Okay, yeah, she was really dope, and but because of the circumstances, we have to cleanse ourselves.
Yeah, and a fun fact: our mom actually worked with her before we met her.
Yeah,
before we ever met her. Yeah,
yeah.
Because my mom worked in the same building before, like years ago. Yeah,
and yeah, she was really special. Yeah. So we all talked about her here at home. Even before all of this, we always had her like, hey, remember this, remember that. And, she's still the same. She's still the same. So yeah. So shout out her.
Yeah, man. So shout out her. Definitely a good, kind-hearted soul.
Yeah.
Again, guys, do your limpias. Be grateful. Be grateful for everybody around you.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful for everybody who's still here, and be grateful even if they're on the other side. Be grateful for them because they can still hear you. They can still see you. And I'm actually gonna do a video too, kind of speaking of that. Mm-hmm. Just like of the whole. Passing aspect of it, I'll probably do like a solo video, like just like a quick short video, just because it's still that a lot of my clients go through, and I feel that I might need to make like a short video just to kind of like get straight to the point, and they might need some answers. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna look for that one soon, probably like pretty soon, within the next few weeks or whatever.
And I wasn't going to point this out like before the episode started. I was like, let's just not talk about it. I'm going to just do my thing. I had mentioned that I had stopped drinking. So when you see someone that had mentioned, oh, I'm going to stop drinking and I'm going to do the right thing or whatever, and you see them drinking, have some empathy. Yeah. Understand that maybe that's what the fuck they need right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, once you find that, we'll post it. And then if you guys are going through something similar, reach out,
Yeah.
DM us. It's gonna be okay eventually. Yeah. Not overnight, but it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So to end this on a positive note, but if you guys have been through anything similar, mm-hmm. where you saw a person or you were really close to a person right before they passed away, and it was just so unexpected, let us know. Let us know in the comments, or you can DM us.
Yeah.
But to end this on a positive note, we're gonna be recording. We already said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. We're gonna be recording more episodes out of LA. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be going back out there soon. Maybe not April, because April's kind of a busy month for us. But most likely May is as soon as we'll be out there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna be doing obviously more vlogs, but we're gonna try to sit down and record more podcast episodes. With our peoples out there, with our mm-hmm. friends from out there. So keep an eye out for those. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about those, because just like I feel like our audience out there, they're the ones that support the most. So I feel like, them bringing their vibe to the episodes is gonna help a lot,
Right. And let us know, like, if you have anything that you want to get shouted out, or like a personal business on here. Always DM Saca las Velitas or Scorpion Tarot. Yeah. And, we can collaborate or whatever. But look forward to the episodes or the podcast featuring other people. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. We're going to have a lot. I have a few lined up. I think I mentioned them on the previous episode. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to mention them on here. Yeah. But for sure, man, we got about 6 interviews right now that we got lined up for you guys. Mm-hmm. We just have to set in the schedule, because we're actually gonna have some people that are local here that live where we live. Mm-hmm. So we're just trying to fit in everybody. Like everybody gets a weekend. So because we record either Saturday or Sunday on the weekends. Yeah. So we're trying to line up everybody. So okay, you this weekend. So I'm excited about those episodes, man. I'm excited.
And it's crazy because you're gonna get to meet a little bit of like the chat.
Yeah.
And, so look forward to that. We have a lot coming.
Yes. So yes. So I think most likely the our local friends, they might be on first with this month, which is the month of April, mm-hmm. just because them, they're literally right down the street. They can drive here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then most likely May is gonna be all LA. Like every weekend that we film is gonna be most likely filmed in LA. Yeah. But definitely we have a lot of good things planned. I can't even talk. See, we have a lot of good things planned for you guys, man.
Yeah. Also, this is like a completely off topic. If anybody knows anybody selling some Teen Angel magazines, like the original, please reach out. If you guys want to sponsor, hey, shout out us. But I'm in search of a minimum 2 Teen Angel magazines.
Okay.
Cool. So please DM us or comment anywhere that I can find them because I need that.
Yeah, and again, shout out to the San Jose Flea Market because I actually got this little clown homie right here. This one, he's like a tiny. I'm gonna try to get a close up with the camera, and then the one over there, yeah, that one. I actually got both of those yesterday from San Jose Flea Market.
Yeah,
just for the podcast. Like I got them just for the table.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, I want to get those for the pod.
Yep.
And I got a few other things that I didn't have time to put them out because it was literally just yesterday. Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I forgot to bring the fake Labubu.
Oh yeah.
We call it Lafufu, but it's so cute.
Yeah, so that one, and then some of the toys that the girls got.
Yeah,
those are pretty cool. But yeah, we definitely. Oh, and I got the little dragon.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so one of the reasons why we went to the flea market yesterday in San Jose was to get products for the podcast.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next episode we'll have them on here. Like I bought this pretty badass white dragon.
Yeah.
Like hopefully next episode it'll probably be like right here or somewhere. But yeah, man. And then last episode our client sponsored us with those buzz balls. That's all that's left out of all those buzz balls. We definitely enjoyed them. They were hella bomb.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to again sponsor another episode with some alcohol, but you guys don't ever have to. You guys just tune in to enjoy it. But like I said, we definitely got some good episodes planned for you guys, man.
Yeah, stay tuned, dude. It's only gonna get better.
Yes, definitely. We got a lot of stuff planned. Like I said, we're just trying to fit in everybody and give everybody their whole weekend to themselves,
Right. And soon I want to do a Q&A.
Yes.
So we're gonna post it on our stories to ask us questions. Don't ask us no dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, are you single?
Yeah.
No, like ask us some very intellectual questions. Anything that you want to know about myself or Scorpion Terror or Affiliato.
Yeah.
Victor and Danny. Ask us questions. Anything that we don't feel comfortable asking, we won't answer it. But everything else, just shoot us a DM and we'll make a Q&A.
Yeah. And then don't forget to check out the Love on the Spectrum.
Yes.
Love on the Spectrum. And then Devil May Cry on Netflix.
And leave us comments if you do watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you played the video games.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? That's it?
I think we're good. I'm going to just go cry a little bit. But yeah, we're good.
Yeah, for sure. She going to go cry in the car. Nah. But all right, guys. So thank you guys so much for checking it out. This was episode 31.
30?
If Affiliato was here, he would say love, peace, and chicken grease. Yes.
Hey, if we make us some merch, let us know if you guys will buy it.
Yeah, we are going to make some merch with a lot of our favorite sayings. Like, I'm going to do one. Or maybe we shouldn't say it because someone's going to try to copy us.
Yeah.
But if you guys follow us, you guys know what we say. You guys know what each one of us says.
Outside of this podcast, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, so love, peace, and chicken grease, as Affiliato say. All right, guys. Peace.